We live in a world reshaped, the digital and the physical intertwined, no longer separate realms. This is the world built by big tech, Facebook, Google, Amazon, names that resonate with the power of ancient empires. They shape how we communicate, learn, and think. Their platforms are the new public squares, hosting debates and everyday conversations. The reach of these tech titans extends far beyond our screens. They influence elections, economies, and even the fate of nations. Their algorithms determine what information we consume and how we perceive the world. Understanding their influence is essential for navigating our interconnected world. Ensuring that technology serves humanity, not the other way around, is crucial. The rise of big tech represents a profound shift in human history. These companies, born from innovation and driven by data, control the flow of information. Tech innovations have revolutionized healthcare, education, and communication. They have democratized knowledge, giving a voice to the marginalized. Yet as we marvel at the possibilities, we must also acknowledge the shadows cast by these digital giants. The same technologies that empower us also have the potential to erode our freedoms and deepen existing inequalities. The digital revolution is a double-edged sword. The technologies that connect us also threaten our privacy and manipulate our behavior. Data collected by tech companies can influence our choices and the leaders we elect. Algorithms designed to maximize engagement can spread misinformation and amplify biases. The digital divide further exacerbates these challenges, creating new forms of exclusion. Unequal access to the internet and digital literacy reinforces existing power imbalances. Big tech's relentless pursuit of innovation has yielded life-changing technologies. Smartphones, once a luxury, have become ubiquitous. Medical technology has advanced with AI-powered diagnostics. Big tech pioneers new frontiers in AI, quantum computing, and biotechnology. However, the ethical implications of these technologies are complex and far-reaching. Innovation must be guided by ethical considerations to promote human well-being and societal progress. Big tech has shrunk the globe, breaking down geographical barriers. Social media platforms have become virtual town squares for global interaction. E-commerce giants foster cross-border trade and economic growth. Increased connectivity facilitates global movements and collaborations. However, this interconnectedness also presents challenges, such as the spread of misinformation. Cultural homogenization and surveillance by authoritarian regimes are valid concerns. The rise of big tech has been a boon for the global economy. The digital revolution has created countless new industries and jobs. The digital economy is global, increasing productivity and access to goods and services. The gig economy provides new income-generating opportunities. However, rapid growth raises concerns about inequality and job displacement. Ensuring that the digital revolution benefits everyone is crucial. The digital revolution has democratized access to information. Online learning platforms make quality education accessible to anyone. Language learning apps break down linguistic barriers. The internet is a tool for citizen journalists and activists. However, the abundance of information presents challenges, such as misinformation. Digital literacy is a necessity in the digital age. The internet has become a panopticon of our own making. Every online interaction leaves a digital trail, tracked and analyzed. Personal information is now a commodity, influencing our choices. Facial recognition technology raises concerns about civil liberties. Online communication blurs the lines between public and private spheres. The concept of privacy is being redefined in the digital age. The internet has democratized access to information but created new challenges. Algorithms prioritize sensationalized content, leading to political polarization. Social media platforms spread misinformation and propaganda. Micro-targeting raises concerns about manipulation and free will. The Cambridge Analytica scandal highlighted the potential for big tech to undermine democracy. Democracies must harness technology without sacrificing their values. Algorithms are not neutral, they reflect societal prejudices. These biases can lead to discrimination in various domains. Facial recognition technology raises concerns about racial profiling. Hiring algorithms may discriminate against women or minorities. The opacity of algorithms exacerbates the problem. Greater accountability and oversight are needed in algorithm development. Technology can bridge gaps, but also exacerbate inequalities. Millions remain on the wrong side of the digital divide. This divide affects education, employment, healthcare, and civic engagement. Low-income communities and communities of color are disproportionately affected. Bridging the digital divide requires investment in infrastructure and digital literacy. Addressing this divide is crucial to prevent a more fractured society. The concentration of power in tech giants raises questions about information dissemination. These platforms wield immense influence over what we see and believe. They are active curators of content, often with little transparency. The potential for censorship and manipulation is a valid concern. Policymakers and the tech industry must ensure responsible and ethical platform use. Safeguarding the integrity of information is essential for democracy. The digital world, often perceived as ethereal and intangible, has a surprisingly heavy footprint on the physical planet. Behind the sleek interfaces and seamless connectivity lies a vast infrastructure of data centers, fiber optic cables, and manufacturing plants, all consuming enormous amounts of energy and resources. Data centers, the behemoth server farms that power the internet, are energy-hungry beasts, requiring vast amounts of electricity for cooling and operation. Their carbon footprint is significant and growing, contributing to climate change and environmental degradation. The manufacturing of electronic devices from smartphones to laptops is another major source of environmental concern. The extraction of rare earth minerals, essential components in many electronics, often involves environmentally destructive mining practices and raises ethical questions about labor conditions in these mines. Moreover, the rapid obsolescence of electronic devices driven by consumer culture and the relentless pursuit of the latest and greatest gadgets has led to a global e-waste crisis. Discarded electronics, often containing hazardous materials, pile up in landfills, posing risks to human health and the environment. Addressing the environmental impact of the tech industry requires a multi-pronged approach, including transitioning to renewable energy sources, designing more energy-efficient devices, promoting responsible e-waste management, and fostering a culture of digital sustainability. The digital revolution is fueled by data, but this data comes at a cost. The extraction and processing of the raw materials needed to create our digital devices, from smartphones to servers, have significant environmental and social consequences. Rare earth minerals such as lithium, cobalt, and tantalum are essential components in batteries, touchscreens, and other electronic components. The mining of these minerals often occurred in developing countries with lax environmental regulations, leading to deforestation, water contamination, and soil erosion. Moreover, the extraction of these minerals is often linked to human rights abuses, including child labor, forced labor, and conflict. Armed groups may control access to these valuable resources, fueling violence and instability in already fragile regions. The tech industry's insatiable demand for these resources raises ethical questions about our consumption habits and the true cost of our digital lifestyles. As consumers, we must demand greater transparency and accountability from tech companies, urging them to source their materials ethically and to reduce their reliance on conflict minerals. The tech industry, facing growing scrutiny over its environmental impact, has increasingly embraced the language of sustainability. Tech giants tout their investments in renewable energy, their efforts to reduce their carbon footprint, and their commitment to creating a more sustainable future. While these efforts are commendable, it is essential to distinguish between genuine progress and greenwashing, where companies exaggerate their environmental credentials for marketing purposes. Some critics argue that the tech industry's focus on sustainability is often superficial, masking the underlying environmental costs of their operations. Moreover, some of the solutions proposed by the tech industry, such as geoengineering or carbon offsetting, raise their own ethical and environmental concerns. There is a risk that these technological fixes may distract from the need for systemic change, such as reducing consumption and transitioning to a more circular economy. Ultimately, achieving true sustainability in the tech sector requires a fundamental shift in mindset, moving away from a culture of planned obsolescence and relentless consumption towards a more circular and responsible approach to technology design, production, and use. While technology has the potential to bridge divides, it can also exacerbate existing inequalities both within and between nations. The algorithms that underpin many digital platforms and services, while often presented as neutral and objective, can perpetuate and even amplify existing biases, reinforcing global power imbalances. For instance, algorithms used in social media platforms and search engines can create filter bubbles, where individuals are primarily exposed to information that confirms their existing biases, limiting their exposure to diverse perspectives and reinforcing echo chambers. Moreover, the development and deployment of artificial intelligence (AI) technologies raise concerns about the potential for algorithmic bias to exacerbate existing inequalities in areas such as healthcare, education, and criminal justice. AI systems trained on biased data can perpetuate and even amplify these biases, leading to discriminatory outcomes. Addressing the algorithmic divide requires a concerted effort to promote diversity and inclusion in the tech industry, develop ethical guidelines for algorithm design, and ensure that AI technologies are developed and deployed in a way that benefits all members of society, not just a select few. Artificial intelligence presents profound ethical challenges for humanity. As AI systems become increasingly sophisticated, it is crucial to ensure they align with our values. This includes addressing concerns about algorithmic bias, ensuring transparency and accountability, and establishing guidelines for responsible use in sensitive domains. The development of AI raises questions about intelligence, consciousness, and the future of work. We must grapple with the implications for employment and education. The ethical dilemmas require a global conversation. It is up to us to shape AI's development for humanity's best interests. We inhabit a world saturated with connection. Social media dissolves geographical boundaries, forging relationships across continents. Yet, hyperconnectivity coexists with growing isolation. Social media often presents a curated, idealized reality. We compare our lives to online personas, leading to envy and loneliness. Notifications create FOMO, driving us to seek validation online. This cycle can be addictive, leaving us feeling empty. Online anonymity can embolden negative behaviors. These interactions impact mental health, especially for youth. We must balance online and offline connections. Our brains are wired to seek pleasure and reward. Tech companies exploit this vulnerability, designing platforms to deliver constant dopamine-inducing stimuli. Every notification triggers a surge of pleasure, reinforcing addictive behaviors. Social media platforms are engineered to be addictive. Infinite scroll, push notifications, and gamified features keep us hooked. This constant stimulation impacts our cognitive abilities. Our attention spans dwindle, and our capacity for deep thought is compromised. Regaining control requires conscious effort and setting boundaries. The digital age has ushered in an era of unprecedented self-expression. We craft our online personas, curating the image we present to the world. This raises questions about the nature of identity in a world saturated with digital representations. The line between our online and offline selves blurs. We seek validation through likes, followers, and comments. This can lead to a distorted sense of self. We must value authenticity over online approval. The internet has democratized access to information and provided a platform for marginalized voices to be heard. Social movements, fueled by the power of online organizing, have challenged the status quo and sparked global conversations about social justice and human rights. However, the same technologies that can unite us can also divide us. Social media platforms, with their algorithms designed to maximize engagement, often prioritize sensationalized content and reinforce existing biases. This can lead to the creation of echo chambers, where individuals are primarily exposed to information that confirms their existing beliefs, fueling polarization and undermining civil discourse. Moreover, the speed and reach of online communication can exacerbate conflicts as misinformation, hate speech, and propaganda spread like wildfire across the digital landscape. The anonymity of the internet can embolden negative behaviors, leading to online harassment, cyberbullying, and the spread of hateful ideologies. Creating a more inclusive and equitable digital public square requires a multi-pronged approach involving government regulation, industry self-regulation, and increased digital literacy among citizens. The digital revolution is still in its early stages, its full impact on humanity yet to be fully understood. The technologies we develop today will shape the world we inhabit tomorrow, influencing everything from our relationships and social structures to our economies and political systems. The choices we make today will determine whether these technologies empower us or enslave us, whether they connect us or divide us, whether they enhance our humanity or diminish it. We must approach this digital frontier with both optimism and caution, embracing the potential of these technologies while remaining vigilant about their risks. This requires a fundamental shift in our thinking, moving away from a narrow focus on technological progress towards a more holistic understanding of the interplay between technology, society, and the environment. The future of humanity depends on our ability to harness the power of technology while safeguarding our values, our freedoms, and our shared humanity. It is a challenge we must face together, with wisdom, courage, and an unwavering commitment to creating a just and equitable digital future for all. We stand at a crossroads in the digital age. The narrative of unbridled technological optimism is crumbling. Cracks have widened, revealing big tech's unsettling influence. Progress now comes with anxieties about surveillance and manipulation. Data breaches and algorithmic biases expose self-serving values. The digital public square is now a battleground for information warfare. We must recognize the power of technology and engage in urgent dialogue. The digital reckoning is here, demanding we confront unintended consequences. The tech titans of our time, for all their innovative prowess and economic might, are not infallible gods, nor should they be the sole architects of our digital destiny. They are fallible human creations, susceptible to the same biases, greed, and short-sightedness. Their creations, while capable of extraordinary good, are also capable of profound harm. The responsibility for navigating this complex terrain lies with all of us. We must demand greater transparency and accountability from these companies. We must push for regulations that protect our privacy and prevent the abuse of power. But our responsibility extends beyond regulation. We must cultivate a healthy skepticism towards the utopian promises of technology. We must engage in critical thinking about the information we consume online. The future of the digital age hinges on our ability to reclaim our role as guardians, not just consumers, of technology. For too long, the narrative of the digital age has been dominated by disruption and innovation. This techno-utopian vision has blinded us to troubling realities. It is time to reclaim the narrative, with critical thinking and ethical considerations. We must move beyond technological determinism and embrace a humanistic approach. What kind of world do we want to create? How can we ensure these technologies serve all people? It requires a collective effort and collaborative dialogues. The digital age presents us with a profound choice. Will we allow these technologies to shape us in their image, or will we shape them in ours? Will we succumb to the allure of convenience and efficiency, even at the expense of our privacy, autonomy, and critical thinking skills? Or will we demand more from these tools, insisting that they enhance our humanity, not diminish it? The path forward is not about rejecting technology, but about reclaiming it as a tool for human flourishing. It is about designing technologies that prioritize human well-being, that foster connection and empathy, that empower us to solve our most pressing problems while upholding our values. Imagine a future where education is personalized and accessible to all, where healthcare is proactive and equitable, where cities are sustainable and resilient, and where technology empowers us to live more fulfilling and meaningful lives. This is the promise of a human-centered digital future, a future where technology serves as a tool for liberation, not domination. A future where our shared humanity, not our digital identities, is paramount. It is a future worth striving for, a future we must create together.